we'll always remember their contribution. And I think it's also appropriate, before I end with a quote, there is an opportunity, and I'm very excited about it, that I've recently reached out to two other mayors in U.S. cities, and they reached out to me, and we actually have begun a dialogue about, and I think it's probably appropriate following the International Women's Day, to become sister cities. And the connection between the three communities, two in the USA, and obviously the other one being the city of St. Catharines, is Harriet Tubman, and one that we are very proud of. So that dialogue is beginning, and maybe hopefully by next year, at the 101st anniversary, we can share that with you and make that official. And I will end with a quote from one of my heroes, and it happens to be a female. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and to change the world. Harriet Tubman. Thank you very much.
You know, I can't pass this up. There is one more name that I would like to add to that list. In memory of the War of 1812, Laura Secord. I also want to express my thanks to all three dignitaries. As you know, St. Catharines is truly blessed. Every one of them has put forth effort to secure local Black history, not for the local Black community, but for the wider community in general. And for that, all of us here are grateful. Thank you. We are grateful to have that information because there's not a lot of people who are out there actively researching. And if it wasn't for the Historical Society, again, the bulk of it would still be left unknown. It would be lost history still. Please welcome Elizabeth Finney.
This was a tough act to follow. I was sitting there thinking I get to stand up now after all this singing and music and words. However, good afternoon, everyone. On January 24th of this year, I was delighted to stand in this pulpit to welcome our audience to a very special evening, a combined gathering of members of the Viennese Church and the Historical Society of St. Catharines to celebrate the memory of Harriet Tubman. A large crowd came on that cold winter night to pay our respects to the great conductor of the Underground Railroad. Author and researcher Dr. Kate Larson traveled here from Boston to retell the story of Harriet Tubman, a story that could never be told too many times. I'm honored to be here again this afternoon for the 100th anniversary of Harriet Tubman's death to represent the Historical Society of St. Catharines in bringing a message of our great admiration for this brave woman. Not only did Harriet Tubman risk her life on many occasions to bring fugitive slaves to refuge here in St. Catharines, but on her return to the States, she was the first woman to lead an armed raid during the Civil War.
I asked a few people for a bio, and Donna Ford sent one, and I frequently speak with her. I won't say too often, but she's a great researcher. But for me, it's like, Donna, please hit that mark. Because again, you know my personality, and she just puts it aside, so I have to just add my 2 cents in there and give it a shout out. Donna Ford is a direct freedom seeker descendant and a lifelong resident of St. Catharines. She doesn't like to, I don't know, put that forth. It's not boasting or anything. Everybody knows I do it because I love it. I have a direct descendant, and so does cousin Caroline. There's many of us that do, but Donna's very humble when it comes to telling the story of her 4 times great-grandfather, Adam Nicholson, who escaped from slavery. And the reason why I like to always say that when I'm around her and there's an audience, is because his story is told. It's been immortalized in what a lot of people consider to be the Underground Railroad Bible, the William Still book, The Underground Railroad, that was published in 1871 and in Philadelphia. It still had to keep those slave narratives in a cemetery while Civil War was still going on. Otherwise, it had been captured, tried, convicted, even during the Civil War, and returned to slavery. So to me, just Donna and many others who have that in their background, saying that they're one of their ancestors is in the William Still book, extremely notable, extremely honored. So Donna Ford is a direct descendant and a lifelong resident of St. Catharines. She is the chairperson of the Central Ontario Network for Black History, which is dedicated to raising awareness of African Canadian history. Donna is also a docent at the St. Catharines Museum and served on the museum's advisory committee for the award-winning exhibit, Follow the North Star. She also is a participant of the City of St. Catharines Mayor's Advisory Committee, which provides advice to council regarding the feasibility of establishing a National Black History Museum. Please welcome Donna Ford.
Well, I think after that introduction, I don't have to say anything. I would like to just say, though, a little bit about Central Ontario Network. We've been established since 2000, and we're not a mainstream organization, but we are made up of 2 of the local Niagara museums, and also any group that interprets Black history are part of our group. And then we also have individual members as well. And as Michelle said, our mission is to raise awareness of African Canadian history, both locally, nationally, and internationally. And so to that end, we've worked with a lot of local groups and also with the U.S. Park Service and our partners down in Southwest Ontario, the Black History sites down there as well. But that's enough of Central Ontario Network. What I'd like to talk about for just a moment is Harriet Tubman. And I'm really proud today to be able to talk about Harriet and how she risked her life and liberty by running away from slavery she knew there was a better life, and so she made it her business And she then made many trips, as we all know, back to Maryland and the Eastern Coast to bring those freedom seekers to Canada and to other parts of the North as well. They all didn't come to Canada, but many of them did. And of course, we know that St. Catharines was an important part of that.
This concludes our journey with Harriet Tubman Davies. Our future show will continue with our journey into the lives of other freedom seekers not known to the general public, such as William Still. I was blessed to have had historians in my family who could link me with my past. I want to thank everybody for watching Carol's Journey TV, and for other episodes, watch us on Carol Journey TV YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, Carol Journey Facebook. Goodbye.
Oh, Lord, I just want to thank you. 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 I want to thank you for being so good to me, so good to me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. I get joy when I think about what it's done for me. You can't tell it, let me tell it. What it's done for me. You can't tell it, let me tell it. What it's done for me.